So Minmus takes a good 30 plus days, or we want to plan that it's going to take about 30 plus days to go to Minmus, land on Minmus, explore Minmus, and then come back to Kerbal and safely land. So we're going to need that. Remember, we got snacks aboard, so we need to do that. We do have this Mark 1 lander can that we can use, and so we could send more than one Kerbal nut there. And we could do it like a configuration like this. And I think we could also use our nose cone. Okay, yeah, so I made a 2 Kerbal lander here, and I think it would have worked great, the top half of it. The problem is we don't have 2.5 meter or 3 meter rocketry yet, or at least not enough for it to make a difference. So I decided what I was going to do is I was going to change my plan. So, well, I'm fast forwarding this and showing you everything. This design ultimately did not make the cut, and so I moved on to another design. All right, I'm completely changing my design, and we are going to make this a 1 Kerbal lander. Okay, so as y'all sharp-eyed Kerbonauts out there will notice, this is slightly different than the rocket I just launched from the VAB. We have additional tail fins here. We have photovoltaic panels. We have additional batteries inside there as well. And this is like my 8th attempt. Honestly, I'm a little bit frustrated. I've put this down. I've come back to it. I'm still a little bit frustrated at it. But, you know, that happens in rocket science. Yeah, so as soon as I launched that vessel, you could no longer hear my voice. So, sorry about that, guys. I'm learning about how to edit these videos more and more every day, and I promise they're only going to get better. But, yeah, so we're launching this vehicle finally. This is going to make it into orbit and onto our destination of Minmus. So I'm going to fast forward through the actual rocket ascent, and I'm also going to fast forward through the finagling to get to Minmus. I think we've done that before. We've also done that with trying to rendezvous. So I'm not going to make you have to watch all of that in order to get the enjoyment out of it. And we will see you on our way to Minmus. As that lander approaches that point, it'll turn into this point. Warp naturally slows down. That was added, I think, in version 0.9. So now that we are in orbit, well, I was gonna do some science, but I'm not sure I want to do that because I don't have a scientist. My original plan was to have two, right? And I would have a scientist. The scientist could come and reset the experiments, but I don't have that anymore. So I'm gonna have one for the surface for sure, and then one for like in space low, I guess. So I'll wait till I'm in space low. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and F5 since I'm here, and I'm also gonna, for the sake of cosplay, extend this antenna because that would need to be extended. And we'll extend this antenna as well. The antenna's talking back with Kerbal. Sorta. Alright. So we'll go ahead and time warp. We got 48 minutes to kill. Okay. I'm just going to hit it to retrograde and fire. See, as our trajectory is coming around, starting to bend around the space-time warped by Minmus. And bingo. Alright, so now to choose a landing spot. I think I'm going to probably land in this. I don't know. We'll come back around to the bright side. I don't want to land in the dark. So we'll go ahead and fast forward this. Cannot go faster than 100 while below 24 kilometers. Alright, so let's see. Yeah, this is going to be our thing. So I'm going to kill my velocity right about here, I think. I'm going to put it right here so that it has time to rotate into it. It's 24-second burn. Okay, so one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to switch that to surface. And I'm going to move this a little bit further away. About right there. I'm going to save it. And then I'm going to time warp a little bit closer. And what we want to do is we want to kill our horizontal speed. Ready, set, go. that gets to 0 or close to it, I am now just going straight down relative to the surface. You can see a little bit of a thing there, but that's because that's about where the surface is going to be at. It's rotating at that speed itself. So I'm in space low, so I'm going to go ahead and observe one of these mystery goos, and I'm going to keep that experiment. I'm going to test the alive beep, send that off, and I'm going to check the temperature. Collected and recorded temperature data from the environment, 12. I'm going to send that off. We have entered a suborbital spaceflight above Minmus. Alright. So we're going straight down. Go to F5, and then I'm going to time warp. Alright, now I have a lot of fuel left in this, even though my gear's way up here. Because Minmus is as light as it is, I am going to simply slowly burn that. F5 one more time, and I'm going to try and do a suicide burn at this point. So when that hits like 29, I'm going to hit it. Quite there, was it? But that's okay. We still got 2154 meters per second left. I'm going to turn off my SAS, and we're going to call that a success, shall we? Set one in the tip. I'm going to try and get it back up to plumb. Alright, let's F5 that. I'm okay with losing that fuel and Delta V. We might have hopped to another biome, but we are not going to do that. So, alright, so let us do some science. Observe mystery goo. Consider that observed. And observe materials bay. Consider that observed. And we will take both of those back to Kerbal with this. I'm going to just close the doors there. Okay, now log temperature and collected and recorded temperature data, and we're going to keep that, and we're going to test the live beep. 4.5. Whoop-de freaking do, and we're going to send it since we can. We're also going to take a crew report, and we're going to send that off. And then we're going to F5 one more time to save all that science that we just got and sent. Okay, and then we're going to go on a spacewalk, baby. Alright. Yeah. She's gonna jump and then press R so that we can have control. And we're just gonna float ever so easily down to the surface. And we have made it. We have walked on the surface of Minmus. That thing is still kind of wobbling back and forth. This not cool, man. I hope it doesn't fall. Okay, so I take the R off. Hey, Val. And I'm gonna have her plant a flag. Bam. I'm going to call this Val's Landing. Minmus. Nope. Minmus. There we go. Val. You didn't die yet. Okay. Let's take a surface sample and we will keep that. And then we gotta post for some pictures. What's a space? What's a moon landing? And this is a moon landing without some pictures. Smile. She's doing a good job smiling, right? Alright, I think those are some good shots. Yeah. So, after we took some screenshots, we have planted a flag on Minmus. Great. Good for us. We are going to R. Jump. R. R. I'm pressing T. That's why it wasn't doing it. And we're going to try and oh, I am pushing the wrong button again. My hand got out of place. Okay, so what we're going to try to do is try and go until we're in a different biome here. And take another surface sample. Actually, we need to return this back to the ship. Sorry. So we're gonna hop in the ship, refuel our EVA propellant. Yeah, I'm gonna actually hit it down because if I don't, you can actually go into orbit with just your thrusters on Minmus. I think you can even do it on the moon. I actually, don't quote me on that, but that's worth trying, right? I think I did it once. Something like that. Oops, wrong way. Alright, so now we got to do another landing. Easy. Easy peasy. I'm sorry I'm being quiet. I'm kind of concentrating. I got to tend to do that while I'm doing these types of maneuvers. Okay, we're going to board. She gets all that science data, right? We're going to review stored data, and we're just going to keep that. Look at how much data we get from that. Okay, so now we're going to EVA one more time. And we're going to go up this slope. And you want to make sure that you want to keep an eye when you're doing these EVA maneuvers, that you keep an eye on, and actually I'll do that. Oh, I like that. You want to keep an eye on your, oop. What is that? I didn't know you could do that with your mouse. That's new. Ah, you learn something new every day. Okay. But I'm wasting my EVA propellant, so I should stop. Yeah, so these are going to be slopes. So I'll go ahead and slow her down. Easy, Val. Alright. You should be far enough up here that this will be considered slopes. What if we take an EVA report, what we get? If it's just above minimum slopes, I'll go ahead and send that off. We do have a limited electric charge here, but I'm unable. Review, store data. No visible receivers in range. Oh man. What about that one? I guess since Val's not in it, I don't know. There's our shadow. And we do have our velocity here. Alright, we're just gonna keep it under 3 meters per second, and Val should be safe. Oops. You don't want to hit too hard, because if she even survives but she falls down, she's going to fall all the way down this slope, which would be a pain. So we're going to take this landing nice and easy. Easy, Val. Easy there. And there we go. Alright, so we're going to take another surface sample. You sneak a taste of the surface sample. Nope, definitely not made of delicious dessert products. We'll keep that experiment. And we will return to our ship to drop that off. Fortunately, we don't have to use as much marine propellant to go back because we're falling. Yay! I always like watching their smile. You can see her breathing. That's kind of new to this version. We'll have her do it backwards like a badass. And just watch her smile at us. Look, Mom, no hands or feet. Alright, we are getting back to our spaceship now. And we got plenty of monopropellant to spare, so we did pretty good on that one. The next one is going to be a little bit more risky because I'm going to try and go to the top, past the slopes, to the mid or highlands, whatever that may be. And one of the things we could do is we could try to do it with our ship, but I think I'm going to try and do it with Val. Okay, here we go. Well, easy does it. Grabbed it, board it. Let's review stored data. EVA report we'll send off. We'll keep that and we'll keep that. Alright. EVA one more time. Jump R up and over. Uh-oh. She's just falling. On her head. Notice we've replenished our EVA by going back. So we're going to F5 this, by the way. Okay, yeah. That way, if something goes poorly, we could always either abort the mission or retry it. And with that being said, we're actually going to put a cut in the video here. We'll see Valentina finish her EVA excursion and get back home in the next episode. Thanks for watching as always. Talk to y'all later. Bye.